Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Tower of Guns. We're doing another Nightmare run just because, I don't know, I can. They're short, and my internet has been kind of bad recently. So I figured, might as well do a couple of Nightmare runs to intersperse when, you know, I've got other bigger stuff that I need to upload. I'm not going to say more important than Tower of Guns, because quite honestly, this is probably my favorite content to do. Oh, hello, this is terrifying. I really hope... Okay, they do actually know I'm in that secret area there. I've never been in this room before. I've never seen it before. And that's kind of cool, but also terrifying because, well, falling into that secret area was probably not the worst thing that could have happened to us there, but it was definitely, problematic for a lot of reasons. So let's get as much weapon EXP as possible, largely because these bullets aren't hitting me. They seem to be hitting all the enemies, though, which I am very thankful for. And let's get over here. Like, at this point, I'm just running around grabbing all this stuff, dodging bullets because I can, and there's one more token. Good. We're already up to weapon level 3. That's going to be really useful for us, because we're running the Constellation Charger, and the Constellation Charger is actually a pretty boss weapon. Oh, right. Secret area. Already forgot about it. Constellation Charger is a pretty boss weapon, but if you can't, you know, get it, keep it, upgraded, whatever, then, I don't know. I feel like I would have some issues. My hope is that we can kind of keep this gun pretty powered up, because it's going to be, like, tougher and more effective than most of the other guns that we'd be bringing here. I tried doing Egon's Pride, I think, what, 1 or 2 runs ago? And it was, I'm not going to say exactly a shit show, but Egon's Pride just does not do enough damage for Nightmare mode. And, like, maybe it's just kind of a matter of experience as well. There's definitely a secret area up there, but I am not cheating to find secret areas anymore. Because as cool as it was to, you know, pop up in that one weird area to get the secret stuff, I want to be able to find all my secrets fairly honestly. And, you know, turning on fly just to check things out is not what I would call an honest way of getting all of the secrets in this game, and that's fine. I'm not expecting to find all of them ever. Like, on any run, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to find all the secrets at once. There's always a couple that you can only get to if you've, you know, if you've got Fire Force, or if you've got, you know, 17,000 freaking jumps, stuff like that. Actually, come to think of it, I wonder if the top of the Tower of Guns is considered a secret whenever you go through the battlements. I would not be surprised. And honestly, that's kind of disappointing, because it means I'll, you know, always be taunted with, like, you have not found nearly enough. Oh dear. Okay. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Ow. That was terrible. I was hoping I could just kind of dodge bullets left and right, and that didn't work out for me. And apparently the endgame screen did not pop up, but considering that was a 3-minute and 7-second run, let's just try again, because I was doing great. It's just like, I was in a terrible spot and made a very bad decision there. I was like, I can dodge these bullets, I can dodge these bullets. No, I'm way too overconfident in my abilities, but go figure. So let's just charge on forward and let's see how we do. Unfortunately, no good power-up sitting around for us, and again, can't kill the hug bots anymore. Or, I guess, never really could kill the hug bots here. Or, I always can kill the hug bots, but it was never a good idea. And I'm glad I figured that out all the way back in, what, episode 17 or something like that. And it's like, I'm gonna stop killing hug bots, and it's made my runs last substantially longer. And that's a very good thing. So this is not as good of an initial room as the, I don't know, the previous run. I feel kind of sad for squandering everything, but you know what? It was worth it. If only for the, I don't know, crushing of hubris. No, that's the EXP token I missed. Oh well. Okay, yeah, so there's a secret area, like, up above or something, maybe? I don't remember where the secret area is in here. And, oh, right, it's this room. The room that I flew out of to find the secret. Meaning, I'd have to fly out to get it. And that's not worth it. Or at least, I can't do that. And even if I did, I honestly could not tell where the secret area was. So, what's the bother? Let's get here, get as many of these EXP tokens as we can. This is a much better second room than the previous run. The previous run was, you know, that extremely vertical room with all the super cannons and whatnot, and, you know, those are terrifying. This was much more comfortable. Alright. We're weapon level 3. That's good. I'm hoping we can get a bunch of nice passive tokens fairly early on, because if we can get some passive tokens, I don't know how I didn't get hit by, like, the saw blade, but let's get over here to see if I can get behind the 8-shot. because if we can get behind it, that puts us in a fairly good spot. Now, I would very much like to take that guy out without dying. I'd very much like to buy the... Okay. I'd like to buy the difficulty reduction, because that'd be incredibly useful, but there's no guaranteeing of whether or not we will actually be able to. Oh no, it's another shop and I'm stuck behind it. That's not good. Well, okay, so we've got several shops to choose from. The question is, will we even have enough money to choose from it? Okay, it looks like we are 1 coin short from being able to purchase any of these. Unless there's like some secret cash I'm missing. I think we're actually going to be too poor to afford any of the 3 convenient shops waiting around for us. It's just kind of pissant, if you ask me. Pissant and frustrating, because there's nothing on those, and I probably couldn't reach them anyway. We're half health, and I think we're about to go into the boss room, so I think we might have to take another mulligan on this one. Could be wrong, but I do... This is Nightmare Runs. I'm not hinging any bets on our survival, just to be frank. And, I mean, my name's not Frank, but let's be frank about this. I'm going to die, and I'm going to die pretty hard. Who are we up against? Lantern of Fullest. Actually, we might be able to live through this one, if only because of, you know, speed and bunny hopping. Lantern of Fullest is probably the only boss that we'd be able to do okay on. Unfortunately, we're at weapon level 2, so we do, like, peanuts to him. And, luckily his his attacks don't do extra damage, regardless of his, you know, status as a champion boss, because he lays down an environmental effect, more or less, the little fire orbs. So I don't actually take a whole lot of damage going through them, and honestly, it's pretty easy to dodge them when you're moving this fast. That said, I'm still going to get hit a little bit, but with any luck, I can avoid the saw blade launchers, or not saw blade launchers, the spin bots, because those are the true threatening nature of this, unless he starts firing out like cannons or something, at which point I am substantially screwed. But I think we're going to be able to make it out of here without dying. Never mind, took a spin bot straight to the face. I saw it coming and I was like, I am careening way too fast and have no double jump to go over him. Okay, 3rd mulligan, and then we're going to be done with Nightmare Runs for the day, because, hey, Cake Town in a Nightmare Run. You know what? Screw it. So we got Cake Town. I believe this is Cake Town. Yes. Okay. So if you quit a run midway, you can kind of mulligan it and, you know, start as though it's the previous run's number. And 40th run. That's crazy. Not sure if you can even count that high. Anyway, here's some gifts. I like that he has custom messages for every Cake Town run you do. So why did I stop doing Nightmare Mode? And it's largely because I would like to get a win with Luck Plus and Egon's Pride, and I really didn't feel like squandering, you know, the bounty of Cake Town on a Nightmare Run where I was probably going to die within the first couple minutes. And it's like, maybe it would guarantee some extra survival for me, but probably not enough to make it worth my while. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, so there's a massive EXP token over there, and I'm not going to be able to reach it, which makes me sad, but considering this is Cake Town, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I already got all the stuff I want. I'd love to be able to get it, but there's no way I'm going to be able to, I believe. Not without, like, one extra jump, which kind of sucks, but is life. So, let's get out of Cake Town, head for the foyer, and let's see if we can rock this, because I would very much like to have, you know, a solid win with Luck Plus and Egon's Pride, because every single time I've tried, it's ended in sadness and pain. And really, what does that mean? We need heavy armor, heavy damage to be able to take on the Maw. The Maw does a lot of damage, and Egon's Pride, while it does like a bunch of small rapid fire stuff, it feels like it doesn't do a whole lot of extra damage to the Maw, because the Maw has like higher armor than all of the other bosses, which, you know, makes a lot of sense. But if I don't have a high enough damage, a high enough weapon level, then we're not going to be able to do, you know, jack diddly doo-dah to it. Which is kind of a shame, but I don't know. It's always a toss-up, and, you know, maybe I get lucky, maybe I'm getting better. Definitely hard to say. And if this is going to be one of those where it's like Nightmare Run, and then full complete run is one video, then I guess that's a treat for you guys, and you guys get to see, you know, the hubris of Wanderbot thwarted by things at first, and then, you know, a triumphant return on an easier difficulty because I'm a wimp. I don't know. Anyway, coinage. I'm not about to let the coinage, you know, pass me by just because I can't reach it through normal means. So I'm just going to launch myself towards this big coin, because with any luck, I can magnetism it slowly towards the edge. Yep, looks like it's working out perfectly. Plan worked. Okay, we now have money. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to the secret area, though. But I got what I came for, and I don't think I'm going to be able to woo those coins. So enough dallying around with it. Let's just head out of here. So is this room. This is kind of an okay room. The secret area in here, I always feel is kind of not anticlimactic, but it's not. Oh, geez, hello. That's a lot of bombs. Well, you know what I like about a lot of bombs? A lot of pickups. Now, we've got an 8-shot and a bunch of spiky balls above us, so that is a concern. I'd like to be able to get up and take care of them first and foremost. Okay, so we've already taken out the 8-shot. That's good. That's really good. And I guess maybe I can, like, cram myself in a corner here and not have to worry about as much. Okay, we're good in that regard. Let's take out the spiky ball launchers, and then let's go retrieve our ill-gotten, well, not quite ill-gotten gains, but our gotten gains are just desserts. Just dessert sounds like I'm going to get, like, my face handed to me because I'm an uppity bastard. Which is true, I am an uppity bastard, but at the same time, so some EXP tokens back there, and I think all the bombs are dead. So, I guess let's loot this place. I definitely missed out on some really nice reward tokens because I was running around. Yep, oh, come on. Nope, did not get it. At least I get some coinage. And we're still going to be at weapon level 3, full health, going into the boss chamber, which I believe is immediately after this. Which is fine. I just, interesting question. How are we going to do? And the answer is, I'm not entirely sure. That is a speed boost. Speed boost is, I'm not going to say subpar. And we've definitely got enough money for it. In fact, we have enough money for 2 shops, but there's only 1. So speed boost is going to be good for us. Mainly because we don't have one yet. And I always hate this one, because no matter what, you actually do end up taking some extra damage through the motivational block. But I don't know, not the end of the world. We're going to be going into the boss room, but we've got some extra speed, and that will make up for the extra kickback from Egon's Pride. Oh, I probably should have used that to arrest my descent, come to think of it. Oh well, was not thinking at the time. So we've got one pseudo-secret area that I can reach, but I don't see any others, which is a shame because I'd love, you know, some kind of nice extra pickups. Not the case. Let's get out of here. So, oh, more coinage. Yay. Okay, so who am I afraid to fight in here? Oh, Dr. Turret. I was gonna say, I'm afraid to fight Dr. Turret, even though, like, I know Dr. Turret's secret right now. I can't, like, instant kill the, like, his little sections with this gun. This gun is a little bit, not too Peasley, but the damage it deals is very, you know, singular? I don't know, it's small amounts of damage, so I can't just, like, shoot it once and watch the sections explode. I actually have to consistently hit a part. I'm generally totally okay with that, but when you're trying to stay super mobile, it means you have to have a very big target, and that small little explodey orb is probably the smallest target on Dr. Turret, which is fine. I was hoping I'd get a weapon mod, because if we could get, like, Uber on this gun right off the bat, that would be fantastic. As it stands, we got the Big Gun Rocket, which, you know what, it's probably one of my favorite activated items just because it's kind of silly. So, oh, we're going to the Foundry. For whatever reason, I was reading Foundry as Foyer, and I was like, that can't be right. Like, this isn't Risk of Rain where you can just, like, redo everything for extra power-ups because you can. Speaking of, I think I'm gonna do a Risk of Rain run, actually, immediately after this. Because I've played a little bit of it, and I actually was recording Risk of Rain well before I was recording this, but I never decided to publish it because it was like, my commentary was like, how do I... And at this point, I now have, like, the bare bones confidence to, like, say, yeah, I could probably, you know, show a Risk of Rain run and be, like, fine with commentary, because, you know what, when I started Let's Playing, I was like, I will do all of my commentary, co-commentary with, you know, Shell, because, you know, I don't think I can speak that well on my own, and, you know, it's easier to do dual commentary stuff. I think when it comes down to it, I actually prefer maybe even doing these, like, Tower of Guns runs, because they're quick, they're easy, I mean, sure, they're repetitive, but they're repetitive in a very good way, and, like, I like doing co-commentary, for sure. It's just, I think this feels like more like a hobby, and co-commentary sometimes feels like work, especially when, say, last night, and... Okay, so, I'll be honest about this. Sometimes I'm going to refer to, like, recording sessions that I did that probably won't show up for, like, a very long time. Big Dumb Rocket. Hey, apparently Big Dumb Rocket does not harm me. That's great to know. Okay, let's pick up the weapon EXP tokens before they go away, because that's far more valuable than just killing a couple spin bots quicker. Because now we're up to weapon level 4, that gives us a fairly adequate amount of speed. Now, here's the question. What is over here? I don't know. Whatever it is, it better be worth it. Jump height and money. And why did I do that regardless of, you know, what was over here? It's because there are a couple of health tokens. Ah, they're already gone except for one. I was really hoping I could get back and get the big ones before they disappear, because they disappear far slower than all of the other ones. But as it stands, I did get a jump height boost. That's going to be useful, and I also got a fair amount of money, which is questionably useful, because sometimes, you know, money is really helpful, and sometimes money is not. Anyway, so sometimes I'll be referring to recording sessions that, like, might not actually be put up on my channel for, like, months. So right now we're recording Castlevania Lords of Shadow, and I don't even know if, you know, you regular Tower of Guns viewers, or, you know, incidental Tower of Guns viewers watch my other series, but, you know, we're recording that. Huh, interesting. Apparently the lava there does not harm me. Good to know. At least from that lava waterfall. Okay, so this is the one area that I can't teleport back to. Oh, that sucks. That's a blue EXP plus upgrade. And admittedly, I already have one, so I don't really need another, but I'd love to have some extra jumps to get back to it. And admittedly, oh, it's this room. Okay. Looks like there are a couple of 8 shots down the way. No, actually, they're not even 8 shots. They're just generic base cannons, and maybe a couple of other, like, explodey cannons. There are the 8 shots. I knew they'd be somewhere along the line here. So let's get through here, get that stuff. Okay, so we've got the nice tokens. Let's take out the 8 shots before they hurt us. So yeah, so we're recording Castlevania Lords of Shadow, and it's, I mean, it's not a bad game, but it feels like they tried crossing, like, DMC Devil May Cry with, even though I think DMC came out after, they're trying to mix the, like, Devil May Cry setup with, like, Shadow of the Colossus, so you have to, like, climb up the arms of the enemy. Like, the first boss you run into, you have to climb up his arms and, like, hit him in certain places. And, it's definitely cool, but it feels wrong. Like, they just slapped the two types of gameplay together, instead of actually thinking of a interesting way to make them work together. And so, as it stands, it's like, most of the time you're just kind of hack and slashing at enemies, but then you fight a boss and you can't hack and slash, you have to, like, climb all over him. Now, the main complaint I have with this one is in Castlevania Lords of Shadow, you can't heal normally. You have to heal... Oh, this is gonna hurt. Okay, so that's just a little bit of coinage. It's not worth it. Let's just get through here and not injure ourselves anymore. Oh, it's this room. This room is terrifying on a number of levels. Luckily, I think these, like, weird blocks don't exactly push me off, but it's one of those where I do not feel like testing it out too hard. So all the bombs are coming over at us, but as it stands, we're in a pretty good spot. I guess I'm going to have to, you know, start shooting at them now. Okay, yeah, they're close enough. I was like, I guess I might actually have to, like, rush over and get all this stuff. It looks like the blue bombs, by the way, drop extra weapon EXP, which is really cool. I like that. Now let's get out of this corner, get everything before it starts disappearing, because if I can get up to weapon level max before we're even done with the Foundry, I'm going to be very pleased. Okay, so recording Castlevania Lords of Shadow, can't heal, feels kind of like a weird mashup between games. And it's like, I like when games recognize, like, here is a game mechanic that's really cool, and we want to include it in ours. What I hate is when they're like, let's just take it. Not add our own twist, not, you know, make it more interesting. Not even, like, improve upon it. It's just like, let's just take it and then fit it within our outmoded old concepts. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Okay, so we've got two things that we need to get. Okay, there we go. Okay, so some of the bombs that were back here that exploded dropped some very nice stuff for us, and I'm very thankful for it. Now, I think there's some stuff back here, but I don't know how to get to it. And maybe it's because I have to mash myself into a wall here? No? I don't know. It's like, I don't want it to be because I mash myself into that section. And let's not get hit in the back anymore because we're not paying attention. So let's take out these cannons over here while we, you know, have a pretty easy shooting range and the nice pillars to block shots for us. Okay. But, so when doing co-commentary, it's one of those, it's like, if I'm frustrated and angry, my commentary suffers. Fine. But usually when I'm frustrated and angry, the co-commentary kind of suffers, A, because I can't reciprocate, and B, because if I'm frustrated and angry, it means nothing interesting is happening in the game, because I'm probably either just dying a bunch or falling off a bunch, and it's not fun for anybody involved, and it's like, how do you keep good commentary running when you're just frustrated? And the answer seems to be, oh, hello. That's a new secret I didn't even know about, and that's going to be incredibly useful for me. Because now we have jump height and nice jump bonus. Now, I want to say there's something down here, but it... Okay, it's a health pickup. Do not need that, and some coinage. No idea how to get there. Maybe you have to have one of the pillars push you in. Or maybe there's like an invisible wall. Or actually, I'm going to do one last test just to see if I can get there. Because it might actually be a secret area right here? That'd be really cool. The answer is no. Okay, so there's nothing there, and that's the boss chamber, but we're pretty good on health. I was just kind of wishing I could find out how to get to that secret area. Now let's get across without getting pushed into lava, because that would be... Ow. Okay, so instead of actually getting hit by them, you just take damage now. Good to know. Bit painful. That's a spiky ball launcher. That's terrifying. Okay. Well, we made it out of that, got a little bit of a health token, and a bunch of blue EXP. Perfect. So we're going into the boss, almost... you know, full health if we hadn't picked up that, you know, singular extra pickup. And his Lantern of Fullest again. Well, you know what? We don't have to worry about the spin bots wrecking our shit. And we do a fair amount of damage, so I can actually just kind of bounce around and wreck him, because we move fast. I think we have... Wow! Do we have like 2 or 3 speed upgrades at this point? I haven't even been paying attention, but we also have crazy armor. So we're in a great position right now. We need some extra might. Oh, goody. What is it? Never mind. That's like the shittiest thing ever. I was like, yes, weapon mod. No fire mine. And we are not getting fire mine on this gun. No way, no how. That is terrible. It doesn't look like there's anything else here. So, one other thing I've discovered recently. I believe you guys actually saw it when I was doing the flight episode. There's a secret area back over here. It's one of those that I should probably be checking more of the like exit rooms for secret areas, but that's a convenient one to know about. I bet there's like another secret area down below in the lava, but there's no way I'm going for that as it stands. So we're going into the battlements. We've got 1 extra jump and jump height, which means we should be able to get to some of the extra secret areas. No way in hell are we going to be able to get up to the top of the tower, but that's okay, because honestly, going up to the top of the tower, I always find, I'm not going to say it's just like game breaking, but it definitely does make it easier to the point where it's just like, what's the point? Like the flight one, I probably shouldn't have gone to the top. I just wanted to do one where I, you know, found and showed off as many secrets as possible with the limited scope of where I could go, based on like, you know, can't go to both Gearworks and Foundry and all that jazz. But it worked out. It was fun. It was an easy, relaxing run. And quite honestly, this is actually shaping out to be kind of an easy, relaxing run too. We're a little injured, but we're not in dire straits. Now, yeah, I'm not going to try getting creative and hopping out that window, because I think that would just end in sadness for us. So I think, is this the big ol' open room that always scares me? Yes, it is. Okay, lots of ET guns, lots of little guys. Wow, that's an insane amount of ET guns. Well, luckily we move so fast that it should actually be pretty effective. Oh, looks like there's a couple of purple mines, and I'm going to try this. There we go. Okay. Hopefully the big dumb rocket was successful at taking out a bunch of the like little guys, because the little guys aren't particularly threatening, but they are damaging, and does not look like it thinned the herd as much as I wanted it to, but that's okay because we've got a bunch of little stuff just kind of sitting around waiting for us to grab. And it's definitely one of those where I'm trying to get health pickups instead of weapon EXP, because the health pickups are largely going to be more helpful to us-ish. I guess I probably should be taking out the bombs, because the bomb launchers are going to be more threatening to our person than, I don't know, pretty much anything else here. The little guys don't do that much damage, and I don't think the ET guns do either. I mean, they kind of do, but not that big of a deal. And with any luck, we'll be going into the next chamber, which will be that, like, big open area where, you know, if I want to go to the outside of the Tower of Guns, I go there. And that place is definitely concerning, because if I do it wrong, I die. But if I do it right, then I get pretty much up to full health, a couple of nice upgrades, that sort of business. And it'd be really nice to have, you know, that sort of business. Okay, so a couple of upgrade tokens, one more ET gun that is very confused. Apparently we were just outside of its range. And no upgrade tokens. Oh, there's a mystery box, but I've said this before, on a solo run where you don't get a whole lot of mystery boxes, it's like, the gambling is bad. If I've got the gambling, yeah, okay, it is this room, which is great and terrible, because if you notice, flying bullets along the ground, so if I can take these things out first, we're in a very good position, because I can really just bounce around and avoid the tanks as I go. And we've got a lot of bombs floating above us, but that's not that concerning. There's a lot of passive pickups for us. That's really good. Now, we've got 2 difficulty upgrades. Luck, I'm gonna aim for these. I don't want the difficulty increases, because, I mean, that's like the dumbest thing ever. But we got extra luck, extra armor, and magnetism, which should all work out very well in our favor. And we're max. So as long as I don't hit either of those difficulty increases, we're going to be in a very good spot. Let's take out the tank. Yeah. Did he drop anything for us that we want? No. That's fine. We don't need anything. We're pretty rich. We're full on everything. And yeah. So at this point, all we need is might and a weapon mod. Everything else is kind of, I'm not going to say circumstantial, but everything else is secondary. We don't need much. And that's good. It's very rare that I have a run where I'm just like, I probably don't actually need that much in the grand scheme of things, and I can just kind of, not relax, but I don't have to worry about, like, us being hideously under-armored or underpowered. Now, Chomps-a-Lot is kind of a concern, but we move so freaking fast, I'm not too worried about it. So we've got the mini Corneliuses, they are goal number 1. Take them out, worry about far less. Big Dumb Rocket, thank you. And, whew. Okay, did get hit a little bit there, and Chomps-a-Lot hurts. Chomps-a-Lot hurts bad, but we've already killed half of the mini Corneliuses. That puts us in a really good spot. And we can pretty much keep in the air at this point. I was actually kind of hoping with the flight... Okay, you can tell where the Chomps-a-Lots are coming out of because there's just, like, junk and gears and stuff coming for them. Okay. And I think not all of the guns on the mini Corneliuses have shown up, which is kind of hilarious looking. Okay. Yeah, because they're looking weird and deformed. It was fine by me. It's kind of a hilarious extra thing. Yeah, whenever I hit them, like, the top guns disappear. Oh, it's like the back bit is actually desynced from the front bit. That's hilarious. Okay, so we've got a couple of pickups waiting over here for us. Pick them up before Chomps-a-Lot number 2 comes back for us. And there he is. Okay, so we're in a great spot here, because no more mini Corneliuses are going to spawn, and there are no more Chomps-a-Lots, and we're so fast we can actually just kite them around. Now, did anything useful for us drop? Yes. TNT. Oh, that's going to be really nice. So now we have a splash attack to this. Can I hurt myself? Yes, I can. Okay, so this does present the complication of I have to be aware of my shots now, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but considering how fast I shoot, it will stack up very substantially. So again, just something to be wary of, but not something to be terribly concerned about. Especially because the splash damage is probably going to be more beneficial to us in the long run than the potential for accidentally self-harming. Logistics. I haven't been to Hugbot Alley in a very long time, and I wonder why. This is definitely one of my faster runs, and just, yeah, no Hugbot Alley. But we're doing great. What the? What kind of run are we going with? Dear Hologram Daddy Bacon Feller? Wow. Don't even know. Okay. So, I haven't... Oh, this is... The TNT mod is just working out for us well here. I just pretty much took out every cannon that was kind of nearby, or along that, like, section up here. Guess except for that one. And the TNT range is not nearly as, like, extensive as the Babel gun, so I don't have to worry about self-harm nearly as much. Unfortunately, it does not look like I'm going to be able to get up to the secret areas, whatever's up here. It does not look like that much. Maybe it's some upgrade tokens? Hard to say. Alright, let's pick up the Peasley amount of health, even though we probably don't need it. I'm actually going to check by just mashing myself into the walls here, because I feel like there should be a secret area accessible, but it's highly unlikely. Okay. Guess I didn't check this room either. Nothing. Okay. So the only secret area is up above, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get there. So, no use crying over spilled milk. Let's head for the door, and keep going on. So, again, if we could get an Uber mod, or a rapid mod on Egan... If we could get a rapid mod... Oh, hello. That's a bunch of homing crap. Do not want to be here. If I could get a rapid mod on Egon's Pride, I think I would be... I'd definitely be very amused. It would make for some very funny shooting. But it's unlikely that we're going to get there. Hello, that's a super cannon. Let's kill it before it kills us. Now, we've got some tanks kind of floating around. But as long as I'm mostly mobile, I'm not too concerned about it. Now let's get all this stuff. Even though, actually, come to think of it, I'm going, like, loot crazy, and it's like, why? I don't need to. I have no need for it, because when it comes down to it, I am full health, full weapon level, because I only get hit, like, minimally now, because I move very, very quickly. And I have a bunch of armor. We are one speedy tank. Oh, these guys are actually concerning, because... I mean, the armor will definitely reduce the amount of damage the spike balls do, but I think the spike balls are still substantial enough that they're going to take out my... I don't know, my everything. Now, I feel like there's a secret area here. And I think I say this every time I come in. It's like, there's got to be a secret area somewhere. And I mash myself in the walls every single time, and I never find it. And it's like, well... Who? Oh well, that's life. Still love to find it, and it's like, the temptation to just turn on Ghost and be like, where are you, secret? You know, come to me. But I'm not going to do that, because this is not a ghost run, this is not a flight run, this is a plain old vanilla boring run, and it's like, I don't abhor cheating, but if I'm going to be putting this up on YouTube, cheating just to, you know, sate my innate greed and or curiosity is, I don't know, tacky? Boring? Probably a bit of a mix of both. So let's just head for the way out of here, and call this room a wrap. I smell food for some reason. Oh, hello. This is a concerning room for a lot of reasons. I think there's an 8-shooter nearby, and a bunch of homing bullets, some cannons I got stuck on. I wonder if I can fire the big dumb rocket at that. Oh, that did not do nearly as much as I was really hoping it would. I was really hoping the big dumb rocket would just kind of hit the pillar and just wreck everything. And as it stands, it just took out one of the purple shooters, I think. Which, not so great, but not the end of the world either. I'm gonna see if I can take out the homing guys first, because they're a concern. And unfortunately, I think the pillar's rotating slowly. It looks like it. Oh, of course it is, because I'm actually playing like catch-up over here. And that's weird and silly. Oh, right, there's that cannon there. I'm gonna just kill that cannon so I don't have to worry about it as much. And at this point, we've got one more mine layer, a couple more mini cannons, and it's one of those is like, should I just like give up on this room and, you know, not tango with it? And the answer is, the reward potential is pretty high, especially if I can get up into that fairly massive secret area up above. And at this point, all of the like threats have been eliminated, so, or at least the like major things that could shoot homing crap at me. So let's take out the Corneliuses. Ooh, take some damage there, not much. Which is good, because, ow. And, yeah, like I was kind of pointing out earlier, we really need some extra damage here, because like, if I were running the Constellation Charger, it would take maybe like 2 or 3 shots to take out one of these Corneliuses. And as it stands, I'm just like sinking fire into them like crazy, and they just are not going down. Like, they go down slow, but very slowly, and I'd prefer to have you know, some amount of, like, breathing room when shooting, so I don't have to focus on one target for the next, like, 10 seconds. Because 10 seconds can really mean a lot in this game. And, oh, I'm gonna regret this. Jump height ++, okay. Don't really regret it. At the same time, it's probably one of the more useful things I could have come across, but that's okay. Okay, so we've got a little bit more mini cannons up here, and some ET guns that are up above. So before I, you know, fling myself with reckless abandon upwards to get all the secret goodness, let's take out these guys, and yep, I should be able to hit them from here. That's good. I'm just going to kind of strafe wiggly back and forth until, mainly so he can't hit me. So there's one, and I guess I'm not in a good angle, so he can't hit me. Question is, can I hit him? He is wiggling all about. He is not happy about this. You know, I wonder if precision would be, like, at all useful for this gun. I really don't think it would be, but it would definitely be kind of an interesting thing to mess around with. Okay, so this is one of those where I'm not going to be able to use any of my extra jumps to help me out in this scenario, but for some reason... Oh, come on. Yeah, can't use my extra jump, because if I start falling, I'm going to start taking some pretty heavy damage, and considering we're full health and full weapon level, I would like to maintain that to a relative degree. And this is going to take a little bit of time, so you know what? I'm going to hopefully remember to do a jump cut properly, because apparently I forget that from time to time. Anyway, I'm just going to jump cut to the point where I've made it up top, or have just eventually gotten sick of this. So, see you guys in a bit, and we'll see what we get. Okay, so we got an insane amount of blue EXP. That is not nearly as much as I was hoping for, mainly because we're already full. So, oh, bollocks. Wow, okay, that was really substantial. I did my double jump way too soon, and I was like, well, that ain't so great. And then we managed to float ourselves straight back up to where the cannons are. Wow. This gun really has some kickback. Unfortunately, we do a little bit of damage to ourselves, but it's barely anything, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm glad we came into this room, because I think with the kickback on this gun, and the extra jump height we've got running for us, we're going to be able to get to all the secret areas without too much issue. So, flamethrower, not actually a whole lot of other concerning things around here, so with any luck, the secret areas will have some nice passive pickups for us, or, you know, some nice upgrades for us, really. We don't need an activated item. The Big Dumb Rocket is pretty effective. All we need is might. Like, that's all I'm asking for. That's all I need. And, of course, there's that question of, will we even get it? And the answer is, I don't know. But if I could get just, like, 1 or 2 might tokens, we'll be in a very good position. Because it takes a long time for me to kill just one of these guys by shooting. But, it's definitely been a very useful gun thus far. I guess it's just like an uber upgrade or might, or really anything that we could spend our money on, because I'm getting some runs mixed up in my head, but we really haven't had a whole lot of shops this run, I think. Oh, hello. What is this? What is this? Spread. Yeah. I've never used spread pussy. Holy crap, I like this. Okay, so now we no longer have any potential for self-harm, and we have more or less a rocket booster attached to us, and that is amazing. Okay, so there we go. That's really cool. I'm very glad I got spread. It's not Uber, and if we can get that might, this will actually be better than Uber. If we don't get the might, we're not going to be in as great of a position. That's critical serum. I got the money for it, and critical serum would actually be really helpful as well, because Big Dumb Rocket is nice, but this is going to make our shots just go insane. And I can blow this pretty much once per level, mainly because I really want to save it up for the Maw, because if I can kill the Maw with it, we'll be in a fantastic position. Actually, speaking of positions, I need to get back up here, because if I can get on top of this thing, I can get on top of this. and we can get over here. And unfortunately, all it is coinage. I thought I had a magnetism pickup, which is confusing why, you know, the money isn't coming for us, but hey, is life. So, let's see. I always feel like there's another secret area on this side, like through there. And I want to check it out, but for the interest of time, who are we fighting? It is Grandpa Napoleon. Right. I don't know why I call the other guys mini Corneliuses if, you know, this is Grandpa Napoleon, so they're mini Napoleons. Oh well, I guess I'm just going to call them Corneliuses from now on, because that's going to stick in my mind probably more substantially than this guy's name as Napoleon. Okay, so what is that? Fire mine. Yeah, screw that. I don't even know why it keeps dropping. It's like, you should be able to take an item out of the item pool in this game by picking it up or something like that. But then again, that would have meant I'd have to pick up the fire mine mod at some point and would have had to run around with fire mine, which would have been pretty destructive. So let's look around, see if there are any secret areas in here. Does not look like it. So apparently Hologram Daddy Baconfeller has been putting all of his money in this tower, and this tower is culmination of decades of bacon research. What? Oh well. So we're in a really good position right now. We could use more jumps, but we're not hurting for it. Our damage is actually pretty substantial with the spread mod. Like, I wasn't even thinking of spread mod at first. I was like, you know, it would be hilarious to get rapid fire on this gun. But no, spread on this one is just insane. It more or less means we have an area of affected attack without an area of effect attack. It also makes our damage really nonsensical. Because we can... Oh, I didn't kill him yet. Unfortunately, damage not as nonsensical as I wanted, because we did not kill that cannon right out. But we can use this to not permafly, but fall damage, not a problem for us. Damage in general, really not a problem for us in this point in time. And even though it's not TNT proper, I think this is... Well, I would say this is better than having a TNT mod, because look at all those shots just spread all over the place. They don't do as much damage as I'd like them to. But, oh, thank you. Oh, we are in a good spot now. We got a might pickup. This makes us Wrecking Ball. I don't think I'm going to name this run the Wrecking Ball just because I don't feel like a Wrecking Ball. I feel like, I don't know, some kind of weird spread laser machine gun. Whenever I'm doing a run, I'm thinking, it's like, how to name my run for today? And the answer is, I don't know. And for this one especially, it's like, the thing that popped into my head was Spread'em, but that sounds particularly terrible. So I don't think we'll be naming this run Spread'em, because in the interest of being not politically correct so much as just mature, Fireflies. There we go. That's a good name for this run. They definitely do look like fireflies as they fly. Okay, so we've got some bombs, but the bombs are incidentally blocking like all of the shots of the spiky ball launcher. I'm not doing as much damage to it, but considering this gun has like the worst accuracy in the world at this point, hitting small targets from a fair distance away... Ooh, right, I forgot. These guys can still hit me with their splash damage, which kind of sucks. But if I can take out one of them, we'll be in a good spot. Actually, I have no idea what's hitting me. Spikes? No? Well, you know what? Screw it. This might hurt a little bit, but we're getting hit too much anyway. So now we're in a pretty safe spot, and we took some, I would say, extremely dumb damage there that I'm not pleased about. We've got some nice health upgrades, or not upgrades, health pickups. So we're good in that regard. Let's take out the last spiky ball launcher. Luckily, our wall of fireflies pretty much not invalidates, but it makes it so... Oh, come on. Well, our wall of fireflies make it so we don't take any falling damage, which is something I'm very happy about. And let's... Can I... No. Come on. This is going to be a pain in the butt, too. Because, unfortunately, we only have one jump. So... There we go. Okay, got a bunch of blue EXP, puts us pretty close back up to max, and another speed upgrade, which technically I don't need, but considering I have so much money, and... Well, that was dumb. Considering I have so much money, Oh, dear. Oh, thank you. This is exactly what I wanted. So, unfortunately, we've got some saw blade launchers. They're enemy number 1 right now. And then we've got a butt ton of bombs, which I'm very, very thankful for. Why am I thankful for bombs? Because bombs die very easily. and drop so many pickups. We're still hurting pretty bad. They didn't drop as many health pickups as I'd, desired. But I think between everything here, it'll put us in a fairly solid position that we can fight them all without too much fear. Not of reprisal, but fear of death. Because, like I said, we're hurting a bit, but I think we'll be fine. Okay, so we've got a little bit more secret stuff, some money, and then whatever is on the other side. And this is one of those where it's like, if I can get to section 1, well, if I can launch myself up above, yeah, I can. There we go. So now we're going to be able to get that secret area pretty much no problem. And I want to say there's got to be, like, another secret area here. That seems unlikely, so it's... Oh. That's useless. Activated item. The boot that sends you flying up into the air, which is cool in a way, but also kind of useless for us, because critical serum is going to be far more useful. And... Right, there's no secret area up there. Let's go fight the Maw. We're injured, but I have confidence that we're at least going to be able to invalidate much of the Maw's damage. Not the Maw, the Gumball machine's damage, just sheerly based on the amount of crap we put out. Because that, like, shield thing prevents the Gumball machine from doing damage, like, when we take out that, like, small little shield above. But we don't need to aim for that, because we can easily stay within range of the shield, and I just kind of have to bound about until things go. So we still are hurting fairly bad as far as, like, damage goes. We are not doing nearly as much as some of our other runs. If we were, say, running Babble Gun, we'd be in a great position. But as it stands, we're in a pretty good spot, and we can hit that shield up above, open the Gumball machine up without too much issue, and then just kind of bound back and forth until he dies. I want to save critical serum for the point where that orb up above is huge. Actually, you know what? This is a good spot for it. Get us past this phase quickly, I think. Does not feel like we're critting as much as we could have there, but I'm not concerned too much yet. We've barely taken any damage. And the extra jump height and the extra jumps, and really just the, like, extra kickback from this gun has put us in a very good position. I'm gonna sound a little tense here, if only because I'd be very sad if we lost right now, because we're, like I said, we're in a good spot, and I like being in a good spot for once. It's not often that I have a run that I just don't have to worry. Oh dear. So we got some of the invisible laser dudes, and everything is not gonna start going wrong here, but everything is gonna start going scary. So if I can kill this guy, maybe? I mean, we've got the armor, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But, oh, mouse is going off the mouse pad. Wow, we really have not taken that much damage here. I guess all those armor pickups have really helped us out here. Now, this is going to be one of those where I'm going to have to kill all the Hugbots in the post-Gumball machine room, if only because there's no way I'm going to be able to fight the Maw on lower than max health. And, I mean, we really haven't taken that much damage, so the question is, could I actually get away with not? And the answer is, I don't know, but I think if we kill all the Hugbots, we might actually get some nice passive upgrades, like extra jumps. Because we're going to need the extra jumps to traverse the lava. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, we're going to need to kill the Hugbots, if only for the max health. So I'm in a bad spot here, taking some damage. But we're at least going to kill the Gumball machine. I hope. If I don't, I'm going to be kind of miffed. Fortunately, he's gotten, like, really tough all of a sudden. There we go. He's dead. Health to blue EXP. That's worthless. Whew. For whatever reason, that was probably one of the tenser Gumball machine fights I've ever fought, if only because it's like, I'm doing okay, but I gotta keep my, aim trained on him. Let's kill this gamut of Hugbots, see if that gets us enough. Answer is no. Let's keep murdering them. I really would like some passive pickups here. Armor. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so looks like we're gonna have to kill them all. Well, I'm a monster. Death to the Hugbot Brigade, I guess. Because they're not dropping a whole lot of health for us. But they dropped Smite. Oh, that is going to be really helpful. I think this is going to be the first time where, killing all the Hugbots in this section did not actually garner us full health. Crazy. But, you know what? When it comes down to it... Wait. You, Glenda Harris to the Bacon Feller Fortune. We have a mustache. Why are we Glenda? This is confusing. Anyway, we're not full health, but we got extra armor and we got extra might, which is going to be really helpful. With any luck, that will put us in a very good position. And we're going to at least get one extra jump. So if we die in the maw here, I'm going to be slightly disappointed, but at the same time, I'm not going to be saddened, because we beat the Gumball machine, and, you know, it really is a toss-up at this point, because we do crazy amounts of damage. And we're going to have 2 jumps, and we have a lot of jump heights, so we're good. Deep breath. Deep breath and go for the gold. This is also one of those runs that's like, if I really felt like it, I could probably angle myself for the, like, secret ultra cheap exit that, you know, means I don't have to fight the maw. But that's stupid. So apparently, main goal right now of our person that we are. Oh yes, we've got more than enough jumps. This is good-ish. With any luck, we'll have enough shots that we can just pepper him down very slowly. This is really good for us, because the health is going down. Unfortunately, the crit serum has gone away at this point, so we can't use that to our benefit. But I'm seriously hoping I can kill these guys. Unfortunately, they don't charge the... Oh, we're gonna go flying, I think. Whoa, that was weird. Instead of, you know, falling or flying backwards or whatever that usually happens, I got knocked back. Woo, those bullets. Okay, so luckily we can fly substantially more than some of my other runs. I'm actually going to aim for the super cannons first, I think. That didn't drop anything for us, but we're kind of in a position where the maw goes away as soon as I leave this initial platform. So I'm going to try and kill this guy for pickups. The answer is no, but we've already taken the maw halfway down. All I have to do is pepper him for a while and just kind of like leap back and forth while my shots pepper him. And neat strategy with the maw, if you back far enough up, the maw disappears. Took some dumb damage from the bullets. It also seems like I'm having some weird issues hitting the maw. Confusing. Frustrating, but not the end of the world. So we got a lot of missiles coming at us, so I'm going to back up a little bit. And then get out of the way. Hopefully I'll be close enough. Yep. Okay, barely made it, but not the end of the world. I'm really hoping I can take this guy out in such a way that we get some power-ups here. Seems slightly unlikely, but if I can get critical serum going, we're going to be able to chew down the maw pretty substantially. And we actually haven't taken that much damage, so this is good for us. I think I just got hit by a saw blade launcher. Not a saw blade launcher, a spin bot, which is not so great, but not the end of the world either. So now we're heading back to where all the missiles are. Took some frustrating damage there. Ugh. Oh, how the... Oh, we must have gotten hit by a super bullet. Oh, that sucked. We went from, like, a full bar of health down to nothing in no time whatsoever, so it must have been a super cannon. It was very unpleasant. I thought we had it in the bag, but I was being too creative with my, like, moving about, and we didn't do enough... We didn't have enough jumps to make it truly easy. We had a lot of speed there, which is cool. Difficulty reduction made it a little bit easier. And overall, that was still a good run. I'm pretty happy with it. I'd really like Shotgun to find Egon's Pride, but we didn't manage to eke out a win, so it's kind of like, I wish I had done better. That said, still happy with the run, so, you know, happy it happened. So, I'll see you guys on the next run of Tower of Guns. As always, thanks for watching.